This is the Poco F5 Pro, the latest mid-range flagship from Poco, and as it has become usual, it brings a lot of high-end tech for an affordable price. This is Linus, and here is my review. The phone comes in a pretty standard-looking box. My unit has 256 GB of storage and 12 GB of RAM, and it ships with a charger, USB cable, a protective case, a SIM ejector tool and some paperwork. I have a white model, but phone also comes in black. I usually prefer white color because it does a better job. Couple of flashing fingerprints and smudges. This glossy backplate looks nice, but in general this is quite a familiar pocket design, with just a few subtle changes. The frame is made of plastic, but the overall build quality of the phone is very good, and the IP54 certified device feels solid. The 5 Pro is quite comfortable to hold in the hand and there are no sharp edges that would cut into your palm. The AMOLED display is covered with a Gorilla Glass 5 and it now sports Plus resolution which can be adjusted manually. This 120Hz panel now has 1400 nits of peak brightness, making it the brightest panel on a Poco phone yet. Overall, this is a really nice and sharp display, definitely one of the best in the mid-range phone market. The Poco F5 Pro weighs 204 grams and it has a massive 5160 mAh battery that supports 67 watts fast charging, and for the first time ever on a Poco device, there is a wireless charging rated at 30 watts. Historically, Poco devices have always been great in terms of battery life, and the F5 Pro is yet another good example. It will easily get you more than 1 day or longer out of a single charge, depending on the usage habits. The 67 watts fast charging takes you to 50% in only 15 minutes, while the 30 watts wireless charger takes charge back to 50% in just about 32 minutes. Other key features: the in-display fingerprint reader is fast and accurate. The dual speaker system is loud and clear. There is an IR blaster NFC and a dual SIM card slot on the inside. The 5 Pro Sports is still flagship-grade Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset which, paired up with Poco's quite effective thermal management system, can handle pretty much a graphically intensive game without any issues. Well, I noticed that the phone gets a little bit warm, but it never altered gaming experience. Excellent gaming performance. The phone runs in the MIUI 14, which is built on top of Android 13. And it has all the usual features and customization options we've seen in Xiaomi and Poco devices for years. The day-to-day performance of the phone is very good. It feels fast, it is smooth and responsive, a pretty much flagship-grade experience. As far as optics go, we have quite a familiar triple camera system with a 64-megapixel shooter at the core, an 8-megapixels wide angle and a 2-megapixels macro lens. On the front, there is a 16-megapixel snapper. When it comes to image quality, the wide-angle camera could produce sharper-looking photos, but the main shooter is capable of taking some really nice images. There is plenty of detail, a good amount of sharpness, the colors look nice, and the dynamic range is usually spot on. I would even recommend you using a dedicated 64-megapixels mode that preserves good image processing, but it produces more detailed pictures. Overall, this is a very solid main camera for a mid-range device. A 2x digital zoom mode can be pretty good at times, but don't expect stellar results consistently. The portrait mode usually produces nice-looking shots thanks to the improved image processing. Compared to the Poco F4, the macro camera is kind of disappointing, like on most of the mid-range level devices. In low light, the wide-angle shooter does not really impress, but the main camera is capable of taking some really nice-looking shots with a pretty good amount of detail. Even 2x zoom images look okay. Low-light selfie quality, however, is just mediocre. When it comes to daylight selfies, they are nice and detailed. However, there are some minimal artifacts around the edges and some of the portrait shots. Still, they look pretty good overall. When it comes to video, 1080p, 30 and 60 FPS footage looks nice and smooth. The FPS video is sharp and detailed, even though the panning is a little bit choppy and stabilization is a bit wobbly when walking. I'm glad to see that the FPS video is nice, stable and smooth, even though it is less detailed than the 30 FPS footage. The camera now supports 8K video recording and the footage is detailed, but 24 FPS introduces even more panning stutter for handheld video recording. I suggest you use 460 fps video resolution for the smoothest video. I'm glad to see that both 1080p 30 and 60 fps selfie video quality is very good. Both frames produce footage that is sharp and most importantly, stable, which is not the case with quite a few phones in this price segment. The audio recording quality is pretty good overall. Hear it yourself. This is 1080p 60 fps video test recorded with a selfie camera of Poco F5 Pro. Overall, the Poco F5 Pro is not a revolutionary upgrade over its predecessor, but it brings subtle yet important changes for the consumer, like a more powerful chipset, higher resolution and brighter display, fast wireless charging, and stabilized video at all frame rates. The only flaws that I can mention: mediocre wide angle and poor macro lens. Other than that, the F5 Pro is a pretty much perfect mid-range powerhouse. It is powerful enough to handle anything you throw at it. The design is simple yet effective. The device is IP54 rated. The cameras are solid. The display is near excellent. The battery life is very good, and you get super fast charging out of the box. My conclusion is simple: the F5 Pro is yet another excellent device from Poco, and it offers amazing value for the price. Highly recommend it as one of the top choices in the mid-range phone market. What do you think about the Poco F5 Pro? Would you buy this device, or would you choose another option? As always, like the video. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, it was Linus. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Please like and subscribe this video. Thank you.